played Divinity, which is by the same, or Divinity Original Sin 2, which is by the same studio. I have not missed Baldur's
Oh,
Gate yet.
I should say, you guys can keep talking. I did start the broadcaster. It's pinging
Okay.
the server, so you guys will start being recorded in a little bit, but you're free to talk. Just don't say anything you don't want to live on the internet forever.
Well,
Okay.
I wonder how long it'll take for the first swear word to be uttered.
Fuck.
I was
Not
gonna
very
say
long.
fudgersicles, but
It sounds like a challenge, yeah.
Just tear the band-aid off. It's fine.
The
Sorry,
Book of
kids.
Many Things is apparently going to be a new book on Roll20.
I have strong opinions about the new books that probably shouldn't live on the internet, so...
We all live
hey,
in Single
message them to me. I'll say them. I have been very critical of Wizards of the Coast the past half a year.
Oh man. It's all been downhill from the Hadose thing.
The open gaming license at the start of the year, I think I went on a trip with Taylor to Maryland, and the whole time I was just like chewing my nails, stressing of just like, am I just gonna get sued forever for playing D&D and all the content I've created for it? This is not fun with the open gaming license stuff.
And that
Yeah,
last
I remember that trip. It was a fun one.
I'm just sending a few messages so we're getting started for the night. All right, let's do this thing.
All right.
D&D main window and reveal the camera. And I need my glasses.
Good start.
Right?
and
And
we're already starting off to the good.
we'll have a good session probably.
Oh, actually, maybe I opened the stream. Maybe I shouldn't do that and see behind the screen. I want to minimize that.
I don't mind if you guys watch the stream because generally
Or
I
people
handle
respond to comments.
Well, I handle most, and I'm fine with this being on the recording. I handle most important stuff on my side screen. I got a second monitor here, so mostly you guys see me like handling the jukebox or uploading like stuff to Roll20. But the reason why I welcome people to watch the stream is because I gesture a lot with my hands and my face as I'm dungeon mastering, and you guys are welcome to enjoy that content, or you're welcome to ignore it. So I try and be descriptive with my words too. That said, hey, hello E. We are playing Durgan and Durgans tonight. Everything you're going to see is going to be live storytelling. Welcome to the stream. We are playing a game that is compatible with the rules and stuff of 5th edition. This is the Stars and Coins campaign, episode 2, saga 1 of their campaign. If you're under the age of 14 and you're watching tonight, stop and talk to your parents because you're going to see content that's not appropriate for you. And finally, if you are new to the streams and you're watching this as a VOD, we are playing in a homebrewed world. Is the world of Ilderon. There is a wiki, there is a website, www.ilderontales.com, and you can read all about it. I like to advertise some of my favorite things about Ilderon. Normally I talk about what the gods are doing in the world, but I think for tonight's session, I think my favorite thing about the world is how big and how conflict is just inherent in how all of the cultures clash. That so many of the issues that people have with each other feel so organic that if you solve one group's problems, you create new problems in a different region of the world. And it's really fun how messy all of the political ties of everyone in the world have become. With that said, you can read about it on the wiki. Let's get into a recap of last session. Thanks to our unpaid intern, Lady took such amazing notes about last session. Our story starts in the region of Redax, on a port known as Farport on the western side of the continent. One of the few major settlements facing the outer seas. The party was gathered here for a festival celebrating the Mildefir, which is the summer solstice. It is the longest day of the year, and it recognizes the start of the moon season and the growing moonlight. Let me mute my phone, sorry about that. It represents the growing moonlight. The party was here for the Harbor of 1,000 Stars. I forget the exact name of it because it's in the other document. Walking up and down the piers, the town was filled with extra people for the celebration as Farport has stumbled into a gigantic gift from the volcano north of the town called Mount Motomalima. It is a deposit of diamonds has been found within one of the magma trenches, and the settlement is on the path to becoming very, very prosperous and very, very rich. With that, the leader invited a lot more people to this yearly celebration, and the port was absolutely packed. The party was going up and down the boardwalk, playing various festival games, talking to one another, and waiting for the celebration in the harbor to commence. As nightfall came, just before the celebration could commence, a fog rolled over the harbor, and a ghostly pirate ship attacked the ships in the middle of the port, leaving 6 large vessels either damaged or sunk. The ship was known as the Lone Siren, and it is a strange vessel that appears and disappears and terrorizes the coast of, specifically the coast of Redax and Redax waters for the last 30 years. The party investigated, and you all have notes about all of the various conflicting stories, helping these survivors out of the sea. If anybody would like me to summarize the stuff that the party learned, feel free to ask and I will. Otherwise, feel free to use whatever notes. I don't want to eat all of our times. And we are going to pick up from our heading. So last session ended on the night of the First of Servant. It is currently the evening of the First of Servant, after hours of helping in the harbor, fishing people out of the bay, rowing people to shore, collecting wreckage of different ships. The celebration unfortunately has been delayed, but in a show of solidarity with each other, it's almost well, I'm not going to say a better version of the celebration. It's a nice contender to see those who are willing to help one another. Unfortunately, once all of the camaraderie is done, various factions start emerging amongst the ships and people in port. An air of distrust falls over some of those that you all have rescued, and that have fingers pointing at each other for some of the issues. With that, let's see. I want to stop that. With that, Krishna had offered to take the party by her home, so you guys could rest for a few minutes, and then you can go back out into the city. You have information on a captain, Captain Ina Min of the Ivy Walter. All reports you have gotten say that she survived. You guys were not only scheduled to eat dinner with her, you had information that she was potentially alerted to otherworldly forces operating within Farport. As for who's behind any of the stuff that happened in the harbor, you guys have not investigated enough to find out. Feel free to ask any questions. With that, we are going to pick up on the night of the First of Servant. You guys are on the boardwalk. You have finished helping everybody, and people are dispersing. Again, looking around, different ships have broken off out in the farther parts of the harbor, anchored together. Guards posted at different taverns in town. A set of factions emerging. What would you all like to do?
Well, out of curiosity, how many ships are remaining intact? Just a ballpark number. Because there's only a handful that actually suffered damage, right?
Yeah. I would say, so it's called 1,000 stars. I would say in the harbor, though, just looking out, ships in port, maybe a dozen ships in the harbor, maybe 40 just floating, at any different point on the horizon or in the bay.
No, it's 996 stars.
Yeah. The 990 or the 54 other ships are coming around the bend in a few hours.
Can't wait. Quite a show.
That's a lot of ships. Okay.
Yep.
All right. But yeah, there are dozens upon dozens of ships out in the harbor. Gristle looking at this, the wreckage, it was very targeted, that these 6 ships got hit.
And there was other information that we'd learned about, I don't think I recognize the term, but it was called a
Moonsinger?
That's the one, the ship that follows.
Yes.
We didn't see it last night, did we?
Hold on. And bless Insomni, she recorded exactly who told you what. let me just search my note documents real quick because
Sure.
I read it earlier and I was like, why did she even write that down? Like, I'd forget that.
Well, she had a good reason to. Please.
Okay, the party asked around. One witness from the Ivy Wilter saw something in the water before the attack. It was a lady from the Ivy Wilter you guys were talking to who told you she saw something in the water. But she didn't inspect it because her focus, at the time wasn't on what was below the ship. It was what was about to happen in the sky.
Okay.
Yes, and the party is aware of the rumors that a moonsinger, a ancient spirit of the sea, guides the lone siren. It is actually what the ship is named after.
Okay. So I talked with the Shiver Spine pirates. Is there any chance I could seek refuge with them for the night, or am I sticking with the party and we're trying to find an inn? What are we trying to do?
I mean, that is up
I
to you.
assume we need to do something for the night. I can go see if they'd be willing.
I mean, I know a spot under the docks if that's a desperate solution, but we've got one.
You got much better one.
That's true.
It's like a little bedding made out of scraps of paper, various planks that I found. It's great.
You're going to see Krista's face kind of just go into a sadder, oh, I guess we can do that as well.
It is an option.
It's nice that we have a backup option.
Happy to provide.
A plan Z, if you would.
But
All right. Well-
Yeah, so you guys could find lodging for the evening. If you wanted to, Krishna has offered her place. You were given information that Captain Ina does own a bazaar in town. Oh, let's go to the map of Farport. Sorry about that. She does own a bazaar in town. In the trade district, so even with her mercantile ship sunk, still reasonable to assume that you'll be able to find her around.
All right, let's go chase down Ina then.
as far as we know.
Get some information and then head back here or wherever we have offered. Or we can go under the docks, one of the two. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real question is what options are available to us with 4 silver, because that's all I've got. So I am down to pursue a free meal or a free bed, or maybe both.
Chris, opening
Yes?
the sea wreckage you got off from the Shiver Spine. You did get you did get one of their tackle boxes. There is a harpoon in there. There is a fishing rod. There are several replacement spools of fishing line and rope. And there's bait that's probably edible in a jar.
Oh yeah.
The whole box itself floats. The division of these items are 15 pounds if you just want to put tackle box or floating crate in your inventory.
Absolutely. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Grizzle has absolutely no idea what any of this is for.
Fair enough.
Perfect. You know, if you throw all of it out of the box, you can probably make a boat.
That is a very good idea, and we did have some investigation to do out on the water, so...
Yeah, very specifically, this is used for fishing on the high seas and turbulent storms and other things like that. This box is very buoyant, so that if it ever falls overboard, on the edge of a ship, they can fish it out.
Okay, so this is one of those, like, teach an imp to fish moments. Well, they'll hold on to it.
How big is this box compared to Gristle?
Excellent question.
I'm trying to think. If it has a harpoon, multiple ropes, Gristle's how tall?
Yeah.
I'm assuming no taller than 3 feet, so, like, this is probably a couple armfuls of
Yeah, I would
random
say
detritus.
you could take out some of the rope and just tie it to your back. It is, probably a little bit shorter than Gristle.
Yeah, what the hell? It's more stuff for my under pier lair, so that's great.
And now it doubles as a sled. If we find snow.
Like, all y'all are trying to find a place to sleep, and I'm like, I'm great.
You can sleep in the box.
I can sleep in the box.
Love it.
This is the greatest thing. You're like a
I'm now
snail.
thinking, how do I explain this shit to my mother?
Okay. So I'm just looking on the player's handbook. Crystal,
Mhm.
you can search a lot of this stuff in the compendium and just drag it onto your sheet. There is a fishing tackle. That's what majority of those spools and other things are that make up like the 4 pounds. Then you can add a 2 javelins, and the javelins would function as harpoons essentially
Okay.
to your inventory.
I will add that. Though I am a little unfamiliar with the Roll20 interface.
Well, it's figuring out time. The rest of the
Yay!
Gristle included, going and looking for Ina's bazaar.
Yes.
It is not very difficult going through the trade district, asking around for stories of soggy sailors in any direction, and eventually finding a area of town that she has bought out. Stepping into the stalls, everything is decorated for the festival. There are dancing lights conjured in the air, causing this open market to light up like a small star sky of its own. Where there were vendor stands originally, there are there are vines of ivy and wilter going from stand to stand over this market, and the dancing lights moving around them. There are people talking to sailors, people in elegant outfits having a glass of wine. Atop each of these stalls, there are different trays of either wines, spices, or fruits laid out. A few people selling things here. There are 7 stalls actually still selling goods in this market, but it has been converted temporarily for the festival. Behind the bazaar, there is a large building coming out of stretching towards the courtyard that stands kind of kitty cornered to this bazaar. You can see there are lights on inside of it, and there are flower pots decorated underneath each of the windows, and people moving about within.
This is kind of a weird vibe. Do they know that there was an attack?
There are people talking to sailors here that you've seen down at the port. That said, the tone is kind of shifting a little bit, but this is a good little ways away from the port. It is news here.
Oh yeah, it's not event, it's news. It happened over there.
That happened to poor people. It doesn't affect us.
Whoa.
Says most everyone there, I'm sure.
It happened to a big military ship, didn't it?
It
They were
did,
not
yeah.
poor.
I think that's, well, yeah. But they weren't drinking wine.
Well. Alright.
Do you guys want
So can we
Go ahead.
see the bazaar from where we are? Like, can we
Yeah,
identify
you
what the
guys
bazaar
have
is?
walked into the
Okay.
bazaar.
Oh.
There are people.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're looking for Ina, right?
Yeah. You can pull someone aside and ask, or you can roll me a perception check.
I want to try to just look for her, yeah. Let me do a perception check. Oh, there. That's a pretty good one.
Nice.
Yeah. As you look around, there are several guards outside of that building, kitty cornered in the market. Of people definitely looking out of place for this celebration. Flamboyant sailors with scimitars and cutlasses at the ready, spears at the ready. One person patrolling around. 5 guards in total, just kind of warding people away from whatever this building is. You can
Okay.
assume that if there's a captain that survived, she is being guarded in there.
Yeah, let me point it out to the rest of us. Which is everyone but Gristle? Gristle stayed behind with her box?
No, Gristle's
No. I'm
Gristle's there,
following.
okay.
I don't know, you
Okay.
seem nice.
Okay, cool. I got you. Well, I think I helped win you an apple, so yes. You should
Yeah.
follow me for life.
You're probably my best friends now.
Alright, I'm gonna point out the heavily guarded area and be like, well, there's a good chance if the captain survived, they're over being guarded with them. Do we want to try and approach? Do we have opinions on the matter? Which one of us is the most diplomatic?
Me.
Perfect.
Who's
You know, can I
second
give
is
you
that
guidance
Crystal?
to just send you in?
I'm the
gonna
face
give
of the
you
party
guidance.
here.
They have confidence. I'm gonna give you guidance, and let's see it. What could go wrong? Give a box.
All right, you guys follow Gristle up to this kitty cornered.
Oh god, we're doing this. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless anyone else stops this.
Alright, so this filthy little urchin walks up to 5 guards, at a high security warehouse.
Yeah,
the first
this sounds
one
like a great
is
idea.
going to turn to you and say, "No coin to be found here. Keep moving. Keep moving."
No, it's okay, we've got an invitation, it's fine.
Do you produce the invitation?
Do I still have one? Did I ever have one?
Let me check.
It's entirely
Maya's-
possible that if I was given one, it was held by someone else.
Let me
Yeah.
check Maya's character sheet. Spell scroll, dispel magic.
I definitely have one.
Yeah, if anybody has it recorded on your character sheet,
I
you
do.
you can produce it now.
Okay, and then I'll hand it to Gristle.
Okay, so
So,
I'm not
Rob?
lying, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I wave a paper around, so you got an invitation, it's fine.
He's going to say, this is for the dinner on her ship.
Yeah,
We're
but
gonna
that's
be-
sunk, so we're here now.
We're gonna be getting a lot of these tonight. I'll go talk to the captain. You stay out here.
Okay.
How many did they issue?
Too many.
I give a thumbs up to the rest of the party, because clearly I did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, thumbs up back.
Yeah.
Do we still have that bucket of food? Can we get another apple?
After a few moments, he's going to walk back out and say, Captain, we'll see ya. Name's Lacerai.
That's the guard's name?
Uh-huh.
That's a great name.
Okay.
He's going to open the door, leading you guys inside. You can see in the bottom of this building, it is connected to a warehouse. It is the stretching part of the building that leads backwards. There are stairs that lead up to the perch that overlooks the market bazaar. There is a small lounge area here in the front of this warehouse. You are going to see Captain Ina conversing with a fanged woman in front of her. Captain Ina is very clearly a demonic entity with horns coming out of her hair and her hair decorated around the horns. Her eyes burn with almost a small flame. She's going to say, honestly, if you want vengeance, you can go and seek it out on the seas, but that ship was more of a vanity project of mine. I don't believe this news of sabotage. The woman is going to say, yeah, but if somebody's trying to make a play on our territory, they already took out the goblins. They're probably coming for us next. She's going to roll her eyes and say, not now. My guest! She turns looking to all of you and say, terrible, terrible that we couldn't indulge ourselves tonight.
We can't? We
She's,
still could.
she's going to shake her head and say, I had some of the finest chefs. I had some of the finest chefs from all of Ilderon preparing meals upon my vessel. All of their work is now at the bottom of the harbor.
Oh, the restaurant industry is never going to recover from this.
Deepest condolences.
I do want to ask real quick, is there like snacks set out in the lounge?
I'll roll you a percentage die.
Okay. You're describing it.
I like where your priorities are at.
It's not even for me, it's for you.
Just give me
Do I have to check my pockets to make sure I don't have any loose food?
Yeah, really.
Yes, there are. Not necessarily like this area's been prepared for guests, but from the warehouse, yeah, several containers have been brought over to this lounge, and definitely you can see some of this stuff that's in here is being distributed out in the bazaar that you've seen people eating and moving about. If anything, this is where, you know, servants or her crew are restocking things.
Okay, good to know. Alright. Back to the conversation.
She's gonna look at each of you and say, Lacerai showed me the invitation, but I do not remember any of your faces.
Yeah.
Oh, some guy on the docks gave us these.
Yeah, Mark, you want to explain how we got these since you got most of them?
Well, I picked up the, picked up the, I don't know how to explain it.
He picked up something really heavy, and then the guy on the docks gave us these invitations and said it would be totally worth it.
Is Chris carrying around the bucket of fruit?
I don't think so. I think their arms are pretty full with this seed detritus.
Does Jim Jones have the bucket of fruit?
I do not.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure we picked it up. I'm not sure if we kept it.
As established, I am 3 feet tall. I can only carry so much.
I've
You
got
could
my
be wearing the
box.
bucket. Bucket for a helmet.
Yes, and it's full of food. It's like a trough.
Oh,
She'll roll a intelligence check and do really, really good on it and say, do you speak of Urof?
We know his name.
I don't know.
A food vendor.
He was the one
Uh,
with the
yeah.
buckets.
There's a man with 6 buckets on the pier.
She is going to nod and say, I hired his staff to supply tonight's feast. He was invited as a guest, as a thank you. You're
You
his
gave him 6
staff?
invitations. Grizzle is.
Yes.
you can't.
Emphatically, yes.
True.
Give me a deception check.
It's
He
not
did-
deception.
He did pay me with an apple and 4
Yeah.
silver, so I am technically his employee, but I will give you a deception
He
check.
did. If you want to give me a persuasion, I'll allow it as either.
You have my guidance still from earlier.
yeah.
You never ended up using it.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I am not good at either, so let's just go with
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Oh, no!
Add a D4.
Um,
Ah!
Captain Ina is going to say,
You say it with puppy dog eyes. I think that's what did it in.
23 total.
He has a good eye, finding talent in other demons. Welcome. And again, sorry that I couldn't entertain you more.
Sorry.
Nonetheless, I have accommodations upstairs for guests. If you wish, I can have a chef prepare you something for the night. Greed, as always, should be indulged.
Yes.
That's a motto.
Ooh.
I like this lady's style.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
She's going to nod and she's going to say, and of course, as long as you are here, under my protection, you won't have to worry about any of these conspiracies floating around town.
Ooh, what kind of conspiracies?
She's going to.
Okay.
Well, you know, actually, she'll roll a history check, and the woman at her side is going to say, "Everybody wants the damn diamonds. They're taking one another out. Sabotage. I heard some of the boats in the harbor had explosives planted on them."
What? Sabotage?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but diamonds are in the ground, right?
Krishna is going to start getting a little bit
Not
not going to look too well on hearing that.
The woman is going to step forward and say, "First mate Zaire." She offers a hand.
Who wants to shake it?
I do. Gristle
Go for
does. Gristle shakes the hand.
You still
leave-
leave a handprint?
Yeah, leaves a gross little handprint.
All right. Yeah. She's gonna look at her hand and shake it a little bit, just like, you know, getting the grime off. And,
wanna-
go ahead.
I want you all to know, out of character, someone else should be doing the talking.
Someone absolutely should be doing this.
Yeah, but I'm also
Please
kinda
do not
like-
make me your face. Oh my god.
Great.
I mean, the problem is you're doing so good too.
You're doing great.
Well,
All right, I'm gonna
you
gonna lean in
are
real quick.
talking to the demon captain, and you have the
Yeah.
demon
And you have a demon,
captain,
yeah.
so-
I want to lean in and assure them that Gristle does not help prepare the food.
She's going to say, "Good. Anyways, regardless, I'm starting to think the lone siren was just an illusion.
It was a very solid illusion then. Went straight through 6
Wood.
ships.
Bodies.
I saw it myself.
You know how hard it is to go through a body?
She's
I don't.
going to put up a finger and say, Grimeye, carrying the magistrates, or carrying the consummate's personal magistrates to negotiate on her behalf with Raster Ortis at the bottom of the bay. The Sapphire Alban, hired by the consummate to protect the Grimeye, barely survived. A Glimblick, the vessel carrying the Goblins mining guild, the most sound local choice to mine out that diamond patch at the bottom of the bay. Captain Ina's ship, the Ivy Wilter, pride of the Farport's most pristine trading companies, sunk, and the Shiver Spine, pardoned in South Crest. Suspiciously, the pirates are here, and their ship gets to stay above the waves. I have suspicions they were privateers in secret.
Probably should have mentioned I was on that ship.
You could.
I'm not going to say that in character.
But there have been
She's
disappearances of people beforehand, so...
She's going to nod her head and shake and say, yeah, every guild member who was at the first bidding attempt for contracts to the diamond mines. Where are they?
At the bottom of the bay?
They're not. Only the one.
Krishna, you can roll me a history check for free.
Yeah.
Information in tiers of 5, depending on whatever you get.
How much do they normally cost?
This is... help me.
It took me a second to think, Taylor. I was like, wait, what? $5.99.
$6 for a history check, alright.
Yeah. Krishna,
This...
you remember, you remember vague mentions of the first meetings of your parents. They were a part of some of these early pitches to enter the diamond trade. They did mention bidding and auctions. Or, not auctions, biddings for contracts.
And the fact that all of them are, well, at the bottom of the sea is a larger picture of something else going on here. Looks like someone's trying to weasel in. Try again.
Go ahead.
I have brute strength.
There is,
That's the only way. Someone's taking out the competition.
Zare is going to rub her nose and says, excites me. Gives me somebody to aim my axe at. She turns to Captain Ina and says, I'm telling you, just give me 4 of our best deckhands and I'll find them.
Oh.
Ina's going to wave her hands along and say, take
I
3
wouldn't
from out
recommend
front.
that. I wouldn't recommend that.
Zare stops and looks at you.
These people, they're not playing fair. They'll play dirty. They don't care about rank or skill. I best bet is to wait until they strike again.
Zare is gonna shake her head and say, "Dirty's how I like it." And
I like her.
she is going to nod to Ina and walk out of the door. You hear a voice on the other side of the door. Lace Rye, Basil, you're with me.
Justice. You're going to hear Krishna speak underneath her breath. Just as stubborn as my mother.
Captain Ina is going to shake her head and say, I was on the Wilter when the siren struck. Strangest sensation. She's going to shiver and say, even though I was there, it didn't feel real at all.
You got back here pretty fast, didn't you?
It's been hours, by the way.
It's been hours. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we took a while swimming around saving people.
Yeah.
Looking at boxes.
Hey, I got stuff.
You did? Okay.
These two things must be related. You're going to hear Krishna say underneath her breath. Why else would...
Why else would what?
Why else would they take them? Because you're just going to hear me mumbling to myself. Basically, like, what else are they planning?
Captain Ina is going to speak up and say, "Whom? Taking who? All of my ship, all of my crew is accounted for."
That's not what you should be worried about right now. It'll be later. Once you start.
You all are giving me a chill down my spine. Go and mingle with the rest in the courtyard. She brushes her hand forward.
The Shiver Spine's the other ship.
She's gonna say, I've got no need for any more cause to mourn tonight.
Okay. Crystal goes out to the courtyard.
Wait, did she give us the food?
No.
She offered us food.
Yeah, but you guys are being weird.
Super weird. We just got weird vibes all over.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Can I ask her for some of the food in the lounge real quick?
Sure. Make me a persuasion check.
Okay, this for our troubles. I don't know what troubles we have, but for our troubles.
Much troubles.
She is going to say, sure, to recap your loss of business tonight. Take that basket over there.
Yes, now we have food. Okay.
Yeah.
When I hand it to Jim, I was gonna hand it to Jim.
Oh, thank you.
I will roll you a d10. Jim, you have a basket filled with sweetbread. It is worth at least 7 rations of meals to people around you.
My God.
That's good.
I give some to Crystal and everyone else too.
All right.
Awesome.
You wanna eat in this building? Or are we leaving first?
Yeah. Yeah.
We just set up camp in her like front door. Should probably leave.
You guys
Don't
are
forget,
back
I
in
still-
Ina's bazaar.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys can do anything you want. If you want me to poke me for directions, feel free to ask. But as
What
far
is
as you
the
guys know,
time of the
everybody
day?
is the time of the day. It is the evening, headed towards Sunny. Hi. Headed towards midnight.
We should probably find some lodging. Honestly.
Real quick, look at the map. What is the cotton stare?
The Cotton Stair. So this area of town is built around a rising cliffside to the highlands of Red Axe.
Okay.
I can't properly show what's the word? Topography?
Topography? There it is.
No, heights. Whatever.
No,
that
that's the
was.
one.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
I can't properly show typography with the map thing that I use, so imagine that Dog Spring Road, the trade district, and Forest Field are low grounds, and Cotton Stair leads to the higher grounds of the port.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
So I think now that we're out in the courtyard, Gristle probably looks like they're trying to figure something out. And at this point, does anybody really know where the diamonds are? Like, is that generally common information?
Are you asking me or your party members?
Oh, I suppose I'm asking out of character. Like, is it... You said that it had been discovered, like, during a trenching mission to sort
Yeah,
of redirect magma flow.
Yes. This check is going to be much harder for Gristle because you are not native to Ilderon.
And I'm very stupid, so yes.
You can roll me a history check with tiers of 5 for information. At what you know as a
Nat 20.
That's 2 in a row.
Look at you.
What the heck?
Gristle.
You hear a lot of things under the dock, you know? Just people talking real loud.
Yeah, we don't.
With loaded dice.
We don't keep tight lips.
What you know as a player, nobody, Raster has announced the gift to the world in that letter. He has not pointed towards like where the diamond deposit is. There are no magma trenches that go straight through Farport. These things are dug miles and miles away from town to divert, any lava flows from the settlement. That said, for Gristle and from a character existing within the world, additional information that you have that you found out since you've been in town, people have talked a lot about the Ruby Alliance. Diamonds are a controlled substance within Ilderon. Only a certain amount of them in each region of the world are allowed to be sold by the Alliance per month. With that, it is some of the most highly coveted information within the Alliance, and they bury and hide who knows this information, what guilds move diamonds where diamonds are mined, where diamonds are stored. It is a very extensive process to acquire one. And it's a very extensive process to acquire one, and just dealing with this Ruby Alliance, which is, everybody talks about the Ruby Alliance. You hear people talking about their trade prices here, joining, this guild that does stuff with them there. That information within the Ruby Alliance is even further obscured.
Okay, so probably in character the gist is there's no way one person knows this information, but that it is legit because a lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah, so I would say to answer your question, your initial question was, does somebody know where this diamond deposit is? I would say for Gristle, she knows that mortals value diamonds a lot, and this information is very precious to them, more so than food and coin. And whoever has that information would likely be, very valuable as a target. If they're not gone already, there are probably eyes already on them. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. And I guess as a follow-up, sorry, one more, that nobody is actively digging these up right now, right? There's still a lot of negotiations happening, people trying to sort of establish, who has the right to dig up what quantity.
Yeah, but some probably have already started.
I'll give it to Gristle on that history check because you rolled so well.
I've got an ear for gossip, what can I say?
Yeah. A lot of different people and guilds are contending for the right to are contending for the right to mine this and sell it to the Ruby Alliance on behalf of Raster Ortis. I'm going to give you additional information. And
I don't deserve it, but I'll take it.
Hey, this is those story crits. These are the things that changes games. There is a goblin mining guild here that handles most of the magma trenching for Raster Ortis. When this deposit was found, everybody assumed they would get the contract to mine this. And it's kind of perplexing that, they haven't gotten the contract. I will not give you the Goblin Mining Guild's name, because that's enough information on that.
With a nat 20, I mean, yeah, no, I barely know common, so it's fine.
Yeah, you've heard gossip of people talking above you.
Man, we could have asked one of those goblins overboard last night. Oh wait, were there dwarves or goblins? I think they're only dwarves.
No, they were goblins.
There were goblins. There were goblins. Yes.
The goblin vessel
we can look for a
was
goblin
the
scaler.
Glimblick.
Yes. We could try to find a survivor from the Glimblick. A Glimblick. And ask them. I just did.
It's
Go
goblin.
We'll just say that goblin folk.
I don't know goblins, so we're good. Both in and out.
So a little just tidbit behind the scenes. I asked Insomni what she wanted to name the captain of that vessel, and she gagged a syllable. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "No, that's the name." And I was like, "Oh, okay, fair enough."
Could you spell that?
It just hiccups at you for the next name. Okay, I think we should try to find. Just because I'm curious about this information now.
Yeah.
How much does Gristle share with the party?
Well, I suppose the Gristle is probably like, I don't know, eating some bread and then is sort of thinking out loud like, so these diamonds seem pretty important. And if a whole bunch of people know kind of where they are, wouldn't it make sense that they'd stage this big attack to try and hide something?
Like, say, other illegal activities.
Like, this would be a great time to steal some diamonds.
Or people.
Or people. That's messed up. But yeah.
Don't question it.
Well, even
I'm going to say that with a smile.
I mean, bodily autonomy and all. People are people.
I see what we got thrown out. I was confused at first. Alright, I'm gonna look around for a goblin. Ideally a sailor.
Okay,
For
I'll
in this
roll you
bazaar.
a percentage die if there are any in this bazaar. 1 through 20, yes. Above 20, no. 38. I mean,
There is
using your
not much
passive
chance.
perception, looking around, most of these look like Ina's various different sailors. They are tieflings, shattered people, some different demonic entities, maybe some terrai you see
Okay.
here. Doesn't look like many many goblins or half orcs.
Actually, since it's a bazaar, are there any more games like the bucket one? Can we go?
Clearly, this is the priority of the campaign: is carnival games. Let's do it.
Yeah.
uh,
Don't
let's
see any goblins around.
see. Uh, there is a tent with trained birds. They are doesn't look like they're playing games, but there are some falconeers putting on shows.
Damn it! I should have got those falcons.
Where do you think the Falcons came from?
I guess they all have to come from somewhere. I mean, it makes sense now in hindsight.
This all the adventurers starting with 3 falcons and then suddenly dying and leaving their falcons behind. They just keep appearing, I don't know.
I have awakened a player's falcon before and accidentally tortured them with it for their entire campaign.
What?
Yeah, that was in fact enough to incentivize me to not take a trained falcon at the start.
Matt, you remember Mechalor from the Nobles? It was an
Oh.
awakened bird who had the task of protecting the party. And he
That sounds
Oh.
horrible.
God, that thing. Oh God, that was so long ago. That was like 3 years ago. I feel like.
Alright, so no carnival games to win. We can go, look at the bird or go back to where we were offered lodgings, or we can try looking at the Shiver Spine. We can try getting information from people around here. What are we thinking? And what were you muttering about back in there?
What? Nothing. I kind of just brush you off. Or
Matt,
are you going?
give me a deception check for Christmas.
Gristle narrows their eyes. Insight check.
Oh yeah, no, I'm.
Okay. My nat 20s are done.
Oh,
Regardless, Matt, still give me that deception check. You're trying to hide information from the party. Fair enough.
It's nothing important.
If anybody wants to challenge
do I roll
it, you're
against it?
welcome to. Yeah, you can roll insight against it. You have reason to
I'm
disbelieve.
not. I do have reason to disbelieve. I don't know if I want to push the issue.
Yeah, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You know what? Yeah, Hope, I was gonna say, give me a insight check.
Holy
14.
crap!
You match it. It goes in favor of the attacker, so you do beat Krishna. You can tell this Krishna's like she's a child halfling, right? So like this small girl in front of you.
Half elf.
Oh, half elf. Yeah, this small girl in front of you is, bashful, definitely hiding something.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to push or if you just want to leave it alone.
I'll leave it alone for now.
Thank you. It's a delicate situation.
You survived the check.
That too.
And now we're back to what do we do?
Well, see, now here's the thing. I don't want to come across as being unduly helpful, because I don't think that's in character. So,
Gristle's munching on bread and does
Yeah.
not care.
So, like, and I'm trying to participate in the fiction here, but yeah, I think that people are fished out of the drink already, and the ships that have sunk have already sunk. So, like, let's find some lodging.
Okay. We can head back to the offered lodging then.
Head back to where? I'm sorry.
Whoever offered us lodging at the beginning.
Was Chris who offered it?
Yeah, the one who's
I
being
keep forgetting the name.
empty.
All right. Krishna, we never discussed where your family would live
Oh,
in town. Is there a part of town you want to be stationed in? Otherwise, I'm just gonna roll a die.
Just roll.
Alrighty.
Under the docks.
You are
Hey.
next door neighbors with Gristle.
Oh God!
Gristle is an inconsiderate neighbor. Lots of
Gristle's
litter.
Gristle's the weird, like, stray.
No, he's that neighbor that's like loud at 2 a.m, or you can hear through like houses.
So they backed out on Dog Spring Pier then?
Give me 1 second. I'm still determining.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Matt, Krishna's family is going to live on one of the nicer roads of Forest Field.
Okay.
You are on the south east side of town. You can lead them up the winding roads of the hillside. And
Oh yes, the mile-long hike up home.
Oh, yeah.
you come to a building on the corner of a street through a through the bottom corner store, through a tailor's shop, ascending the stairs above.
Wait,
There.
would people who own the tailor shop be in?
At this time,
And would I know them? Well, wait, no, I would know them.
yeah. At this time, I mean, they would keep the doors open for, people living above. There would be a couple people down in the shop, not selling anything, but just kind of like celebrating the festival. Oh my god, what is that? Sorry. There's a little fly on my leg. It freaked me out. Sorry.
And also a cow in the room from the sound.
Yeah.
Okay, so tailor shop. Are there clothes around? And will I get in trouble if I touch them?
They've got some display wares, but a lot of the trunks and things of other like cuts of cloth and stuff that they would, take measurements and craft things for people are locked up for the night in the back.
Sure. More bespoke than ready-made. Gotcha.
Yeah. That said, this would just kind of be like a small little gala of people for the festival, just, almost like a New Year's celebration, just waiting for the festivities to die down. However, coming inside of here for the night, it's a little gloom. The attack in the harbor just has people whispering and chatting about gossip. Otherwise, though, you can walk up these stairs to the hallways above. Your family has one of the, I would say, larger residences here. There are a couple rooms they have rented out above this place. Let's go with this. Nope, that's too intense. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's coming home music.
Yeah, I know. It's
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, you walk in the door and your
JoJo
mom,
encounter. music.
pulls out a javelin and says, "Ritual combat." Dun, 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 dun.
Oh God, not again!
Not again. No, but Krishna, you're able to come home. Milia has a couple different stews brimming on a stove top. She's going to turn and say, I heard that there was an attack down by the docks. Did they? She stops and sees all the people behind you as she looks around the wall and says, "Oh, you brought guests. Well, we have enough stew for you and me and for in the morning, but I can divide it up."
Thanks, Mom. I'm kind of going to say that in like a in that sort of tone of like, yeah, we'll talk about it later.
And she's going to look to everybody coming in and say, "You all like honeyed fish stew, right?"
My
I
favorite.
honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is dish. Wait, okay.
Why would you put honey in a fish stew?
I don't know, but I'm dying to find out.
Nutrition.
She's going to step out, rubbing her hands on her apron, and say, "Chris, now, who are your friends? I'm Amelia."
Why don't you introduce yourself, everyone?
Hi, I'm Gristle. I'm here for the food.
Oh, you found another little
I'm going to face palm immediately upon saying that.
friend
Upon
like
hearing
you.
that,
Did,
I shouldn't have said that.
She's going to inspect Gristle and say, "Are you summoned or just dirty?"
Both.
Both.
Krishna is just going to immediately answer both.
Oh, you're a demon.
Well-
One of the consummates?
No?
Huh. Well, you're welcome here anyways.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, who's up next?
You should know that Gristle has no idea what any of that means.
Don't worry, as a player, I don't either.
If I ever say anything you guys don't know, you're welcome to ask to roll a history check. She continues
I guess I'll go
looking
next.
at the party.
I am Hope. I'm a traveling elf.
Ooh, Hope's best left at the door around here.
Especially given what happened recently.
Well, I'm here to try and change that.
She nods and says, "Well, you go ahead and just do just that. You run into any of those Gendenthal followers, don't let them knock you one silly. You got just as much of the right to practice. What is that? Your symbol?"
Give me a sec.
Need to
What
check
was it?
what my religion is. Integral part of my character background.
I had it. Where'd it go?
I do believe you told me you were part of
I'm,
Crooked Wills.
Yes, thank you.
And if you say the given ones, you say, "Oh, Alilia, yeah,
Yeah, you've got a greeting
Yeah.
and a farewell.
Alilia, yes.
yeah, just as right."
I did
as
write that
it's
down. I
right
forgot to say.
Speak her blessings as anyone has to speak the blessings of the High Judge or the Blood Lord.
Sounds like a cool guy. Bloodlord.
Pick the wrong religion. Yes. I'm traveling to bring peace where I can.
She's going to turn to Jim Jones and say, "Have I seen you before?"
He's got one of those
Yeah.
faces.
I have one of those faces. Hello, I'm Jim Jones. I have one of those faces.
She's going to nod and say, "Well, nice to meet all of you. Couldn't have been happier when Krishna walked into our lives. A little hard." She's going to pinch Krishna's cheeks. Keeping her fed, she's a growing girl. But we love her
Okay.
nonetheless. Or at least I do. Blood Lord, have mercy upon my husband's lost soul.
Kill me, please.
Now don't speak like that. You're lucky enough to be home tonight.
Embarrassing me.
Fine, I'll stop embarrassing you. I'll just go get us a bowl. She's going to walk off
Oh.
to the kitchen and say, "Make yourselves at home."
Famous last words. Gristle immediately starts going through cabinets.
Is Chris not gonna stop her?
What would I have to roll for that?
If
Persuasion?
you, yeah, I
you can just say
normally don't allow charisma checks against other players to influence. their
Here's the
actions.
thing: you can try and persuade Gristle, but you have to persuade me, the player.
Oh.
Yeah. If you want to
Yeah, scratch
get
that.
Gristle to stop with words, you can ask, Piper.
Gristle,
Otherwise, you can roll an athletics check and try and restrain her.
please don't
What?
go through stuff right now. It's
I'm making myself at home. It's fine.
You're just gonna hear an audible face smack. Like, this is futile.
Yeah, there's kind of no stopping Gristle with words.
Gristle, how
We
many
have a basket
cabinets
of bread.
do you go through?
How many will you let me go through?
How many are there?
How many cabinets are there?
How about this? In the foyer, do you go through at least 3 underneath, the piece of furniture by the door, the armoire or whatever that.
Let's start there. Yeah, I'll go through those 3 cabinets.
Okay. Well, my question was, I need to know, do you do 1, 2, 3? Because the third one I rolled stuff. So by the time, Krishna's given up. You are opening drawers, opening cabinets, sticking your nose in things. By the time you get to the third one, there is kind of a tension that falls over the room. Krishna, even if you want to turn red, you are free to make that decision. There is a miner's uniform with several different mining utensils and notes folded up in the drawer.
Oh, there's just clothes in here. This is lame.
Amelia is going to step back into the room with a tray full of bowls. There is enough for a mouthful for everybody. She pauses as you look in the bin and say, yes, Belmore is contracting with a local mining guild. Went to do some surveys for them.
Is he looking for diamonds?
She's
Because it sounds like there are a bunch of them now.
gonna say, don't know, he never told me. She smiles. Anyways, here's soup for everyone.
I'm gonna give the
Starts passing out.
Krishna's gonna give the look of, that's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. You know it.
Roll me a insight check, Gristle. Or not Gristle, Krishna. Gristle, what? Krishna.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, Krishna, you have your diary and everything, you've recorded on your mom and your father's conversations. Whatever she's selling right now to your guests, she is just a humble, nice housewife.
Mhm.
And she's my best friend because she fed me, so.
And I'm playing along with it.
Okay. We should probably offer her some bread.
Yeah, you are going to need it. I rolled her a craft check for dinner.
Oh, she's not
Whoever
gonna
is,
cook.
whoever's the first person to put this to your lips, it technically counts as food.
Go for it, Crystal.
I think Gristle has subsided on things that technically count as food for a few months now, so this is fine. This is great.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna give it a sniff and then just hand the bowl over to Crystal.
Yeah, this has nutrients.
Totally
It has
it's over.
texture. Yeah, there is definitely a bottomless pit vibe going from me.
I would say if anyone eats as much of this as Gristle, I would make you roll a Constitution check. But for what Gristle is, she's fine.
I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, 16. All right.
Yeah. You pause for a minute. Your stomach rumbles, probably normal, and then you keep going.
Super normal.
Yeah.
How has Krishna survived?
Sheer willpower and goddamn determination.
Does Hope say that out loud?
No.
Yes. no. I said yes.
no.
Actually, I committed. I said yes. Yes.
Yeah. Amelia is going to turn red and say, "Well, Belmore did most of the cooking. That was a good man he was."
Oh no.
Yes.
He didn't teach you anything about it, or is it just this is just your first time?
Can I look for a window?
I'm looking for a rope.
Right with you.
There is a window overlooking the street.
Great.
Amelia is going to say, "Well, you're all not very nice. We welcomed you into our home. If you don't like my cooking, you don't have to eat it."
No, I'll eat it. But
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
Well,
How
what
are you going to
did
get better
make?
if you? How are you going to get better at cooking if you don't accept constructive criticism?
It's more loose tongue and idly wondering.
You kind of get the look of the okay. Like, you're wrong, but you're also right.
Don't you hate it?
She's going to look at Krishna and put a handful of silver coins down onto the foyer table and say, "If your friends stay for a second night, you can all eat in the market tomorrow. You won't have to suffer my cooking."
Oof.
She's going to
Okay.
stand and leave the room and say,
Okay.
"Lock up for the night, Krishna."
Did I
Wait,
say
that's
something
right.
wrong? Did I?
I'm gonna hand the coins over to Krishna and say, "Just return those. we'll be okay."
Well,
We can't do that,
wait.
We've been bad enough already.
That's more money than I've ever had at once.
How many coins is it?
Looking, it is 7 silver coins.
Okay,
Easily
I'll-
double that I've ever had.
If you want to, I can give you 7 silver, Gristle. We'll return the lady's money.
You give it to me, I give it to Gristle.
Really?
Oh god, am I your face and your bank? You're doomed. You're all doomed.
I'm gonna give it to
You
Krishna.
see, my mother.
I'm gonna give it to Krishna and let her decide then.
You know what? I'll give half in your favor. So 4.
Oh, you have to go act it out now.
Ah, damn it.
So why don't I get all of it? I
Who else
mean,
want to keep it?
you have a house and someone who cooks for you, and clearly I don't have very much.
And it's in the upper, the better section of the forest field. You guys are probably all right off.
You guys are loaded. I don't know what you're being stingy about.
Fine, here, I give you the last 3.
Amazing.
This is a campaign to make Krishna just super happy.
Gristle has a gold.
I pissed my mother off, which is honestly further than I have, and I'm jumping with joy inside.
Seems really easy to upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, just rummage through her stuff and insult her cooking.
She should have better stuff and cook better.
Aloe is going to speak up.
Oh no, she's still in the room!
Time.
No!
No, Aloe, not the mom.
Yeah,
Okay, thank God.
Aloe. Or I'm sorry, Laya. Aloe.
Laya,
our
yes.
character Laya
So Aloe's in the
Laya
universe now.
is going to speak up and say, "Oh, don't forget insulting her dead husband. She turns to Kristen and says, "He's dead, right?"
I do a sort of the anime thing of like the two fingers together. About that.
He's not.
Don't know where he is.
It can't be far. His clothes are in that drawer.
He's been gone for over a week, actually.
Okay, we could try to find him.
About the same time the diamonds start coming up, he made some acquaintances, and, well, they disappeared. And, obviously I'm saying this with a stuttering. I should mention. It's a little bit too much to go into right now.
Well, we've got all night.
Shit.
We do.
This is more conversation than I've had in months.
I thought you barely talked with anyone.
I also just learned what a month is pretty recently, so...
Yeah, I just learned the calendar like a month ago.
Laya is going to say, "I think we should give her some space on this. Thank you for your kindness and welcoming us into your home. I won't push the issue."
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Was that sarcasm?
No, that was a thank you that was said out loud.
Okay.
What do you want from Gristle?
Just how you said just made it sound like sarcasm.
I don't think they know what sarcasm is yet, but they're probably pretty good at it.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys want to rest the night here, or is there anything else you want to do tonight before the morning of the 2nd?
I feel like we should go around the room and explain, like, introduce our characters to each other over the night.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, we haven't done that.
Hi, I'm Gristle. I'm the weird creature you've adopted.
Introductions. In depth.
'Cause we never have done the introduction thing.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, so I guess as you guys are settling around the apartment, pulling out bedrolls, getting ready for the night, you've all found yourselves in Farport for various reasons, and you've all learned a lot about each other today. But yeah, you don't really know who you're traveling with, but fate has bonded you together. Who would be the first to have curiosity on the subject?
Probably me.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope, do you want to speak up?
Yes. I'm going to just turn and address the whole group. So I've introduced myself to 2 other people by now, but I am Hope. It's pleased to meet you all formally.
Likewise.
Hi, Hope.
We must keep high hopes, yes.
I'm Gristle. I live under the Dog Spring Pier, and I got a silver coin for bringing each of you over to the Carney a little bit of time ago, and that was the highlight of my evening.
Oh yeah, that charlatan. Whatever happened to him?
I don't know. I'd never seen him before.
I assume we haven't seen him since. Don't know.
So dead. Okay.
Possibly. Probably not. Alright. I want to point at the generic man who's very quiet. Introduce yourself.
What is
Yeah.
his deal?
Hello, I'm Jim Jones. I just happen to be escorting some merchants here to the Red X as a bodyguard. And, night we met.
Where are they, Jim
Yeah,
Jones?
we're saying-
If you're guarding them, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
my-
seriously.
My contract was just to escort them to the Red X.
Okay.
So,
Are you still
any-
holding the basket? Have
Oh
you just
yeah,
been
here's
holding it the whole
some
time?
rations. Yeah, so I pass out or some extra rations from the other place.
It tastes way better than the honeyed fish stew.
it's a family tradition.
I have no standard to compare it to, so it's fine.
Why would you put honey in a fish stew?
I don't know.
It's a preservative.
It shouldn't be.
For some reason, people like it. Don't ask me.
And then should we wait to introduce Laya as an out of character?
Oh yeah, I forgot I was
Yeah.
controlling her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose like by the time you guys get around all these introductions, Laya is
Okay.
just a little
Laya's
goblin
out.
in the corner.
Just snork me over there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I could have seen a goblin earlier. We have one. She would know.
Oh yeah.
She would probably know what the Goblin Company is.
So all goblins know each other, is what you're saying.
There's a higher chance she knows than we do.
I think Gristle has abundantly proven that being affiliated with a group does not necessarily confer information about that group.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fair. It would be a question.
That's not an in-character observation. That's just, I don't know, everyone's
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about demons and Gristle's got no fucking clue.
Were you summoned? Yeah, I don't know.
Sure,
With
I'm
constant-
dirty.
Yeah, sure.
Also, how many beds do we have? Like, are we all just in the same room? How are we
I've got a
doing this?
tackle box, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait, what room are we in?
In
Yeah.
your starting gear, if you don't, in your starting gear.
We have a
Well,
bedroll.
one question, at a time. In the starting gear for most of the packs you choose, there is a bedroll in there for your character sheet. So most people should have a bedroll. If you don't, there's a couch, or
And a guest room.
yeah, or a seat. I would say there wouldn't be any more than 3 rooms for this apartment. And for Krishna, you probably wouldn't even want to sleep in your bedroom for the night. You'd probably want to keep an eye on your guests. Just
After seeing the rifle through your cabinets.
yeah.
Yeah, does anybody supervise Gristle overnight? It doesn't matter, don't worry. They're too tired.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Actually-
we can...
I am sorry, I will be right back.
Okay. I'll just do bedroll on the floor then.
Okay. That said, everybody gets a small chance to introduce themselves. You are able to speak. Oh, what's up, Matt?
We forgot me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Oh, yeah,
ahead.
I guess so.
Yeah.
It's your house. We kind of thought you
The
just came with it.
host.
Yeah.
And what about you, Krishna?
So, yeah. You have already met my mother and know my name. And, well, I'm kind of, mentioned my father. Well, the truth is, I went to the festival really to go try to find the people who took them. Him. And his associates. The whole diamond thing really started something in him, and well, I need to know what happened to him.
Do you know what company he was working with?
No, I barely got any information to go off of. Only thing I got is just a man and a woman.
Well, but he had that uniform. Also, hi, I'm back.
No,
Right back.
it's looked like regular commoners, some sort of, like they were talking about Hush, not trying to be with like the Ruby Alliance, undermine them.
Oh. Did I hear about what the Ruby Alliance is yet? Wait.
You can roll a history check. Your characters exist in
Uh,
this world. As a
I-
player, you're welcome to any information on the wiki. But
Gristle mused about it.
yeah.
the Ruby Alliance is very well known. They are
Okay.
a giant international trading alliance.
Okay, so I very likely I know
With
about
its
it.
own.
Yeah.
I can roll
army.
still for it, but I guess I'll still roll for it. Why not?
Okay. Information in tiers of 5. The
Well, not
Ruby
much.
Alliance is a giant international trading alliance. Back in every port in Lil Nagai, they were omnipresent. They are much thinner out here. Who knows as to why that is, but they are still present.
Okay. I don't remember why I want to know that. So okay.
It's valuable information.
I'm going to give Gristle a free perception check. This is retroactive when you were looking in the drawer.
Yay.
Roll me run.
16.
Still been rolling well.
The mining clothes that you saw in the drawer, those were not your first time seeing them. You've seen them before. You don't remember where, but you did get a good inspection of the pattern, and it didn't like jump out in your mind because, you know, it's like, oh, I've seen that before.
Interesting. Okay. Around town, or just kind of like, oh, that kind of looks familiar?
Do you want to take it out again to see?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, unless somebody stops me, yeah, curiosity demands that I go and touch the thing.
Okay. Yeah, you can go pull out the clothes, staring at them and inspecting them. You can roll an intelligence check to try and see if Gristle recalls the information.
Uh-oh.
Do you say that out loud?
The uh-oh? No. I'm trying to figure out how to just make an intelligence check.
Click intelligence underneath your skill modifier on your sheet. The word should light up red.
Thank you.
Or above your intelligence modifier. There you go.
Not great, but that's kind of what I expected.
Alright, I'm gonna throw you one final bone, and I'm gonna let it go. Gristle, roll me a D100 of a... Yeah, just roll me a D100. This be a little fortune check.
30.
Okay. You are going to look over these clothes. You can't quite exactly remember where you saw them before. The idea just slips and evades your mind.
That is okay. My mind is not a steel trap. Are there any small bits of this outfit that would not necessarily be immediately missed?
Can you explain more to me? I don't think I follow the question.
So Gristle's wearing like a burlap sack, and this is clothing.
Oh,
You're going to pilfer!
You want to wear it?
I don't necessarily want to wear something that will be easily recognized as a stolen thing, but like if there's a pair of socks, yeah, I'll take them.
Yeah, the tunic has a guild emblem sewn onto the chest. Other than that, it is just a nice tunic. The tunic would be both a shirt and dress for Gristle. The pants, there's no way these are gonna fit you.
Yeah, no, that's a long shot. I think I'll put the dead dad's clothes back in the drawer. That seems like a bit of a faux pas for even Gristle.
Jeez!
There are probably going to be a couple handprints on them, though. Like, it will be not super subtle that they've been pawed over.
Can I clean that?
Sure, let's just pilfer through them. Doesn't it?
As you put them back in the drawer, you fold them down, press them down, however Gristle does. You hear
just a tightly compacted bundle. Ooh, crinkle.
In it, and as you pull your hands up.
Show me the crinkly. What have I got?
There is a sheet of paper in the pocket.
Can I read it? I'm assuming it has writing on it.
Let me look at your character's languages.
Common, abyssal, and infernal.
So, common. Didn't we make the decision that Gristle couldn't read common?
I'm happy to have it be that I can't read common,
I will give it to you that you can read common if you want, but you don't have common on your sheet. I remember
that is
us
very
talking
funny.
about this.
I don't know how I took common off of my sheet.
Okay, if you want it, you have access to it as a player, so you can have Gristle be able to read it. But
let us establish this for the fiction. I do not think Gristle could have learned to read in a few months, but I think that they probably could have picked up a little common to speak it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this likely looks like gibberish to Gristle.
Fair enough. You have a sheet of paper.
It's got words on it. I know that's valuable.
Are you going to try to sell it to us?
No, I don't know how to barter, but I'll hold on to it. Cool, good stuff.
Did any of us notice that? Back when...
in the discussion, I will let you retroactively roll a sleight of hand if you want, Gristle, but if you don't tell me you do things stealthily, I'm going to assume you don't.
Sure. I would have sort of done this after people had gone to sleep, I think, so...
Well, this was happening while you guys were talking...
Before dinner.
Not before dinner. This was happening while you guys were talking about who you were, sharing experiences, things, coming back to Gristle's mind. You see her rummage through the drawer for a moment, and then, put the clothes back down in there.
You know what? I don't like doing stuff retroactively, so I am more than willing to say that Gristle does this very obviously, and you all see them holding a paper that they struggle to read and fail.
Fair enough.
Perfect.
Can anyone else read this? I think it says something.
Let me give it a try. It's just in common. I can definitely read that.
Yes, it is in common.
What did you find? And no, you can't keep it. You just hear me kind of just do a hand wave.
I don't want it. I can't even read it.
I don't want to hear Krishna. You get it?
Why would I keep a sheet of paper that I can't read?
It came from your dad's jacket. You should be the one to read it.
What?
I
kind of look at you like blankly, like, I'm sorry, what?
So Hope reads it?
I guess since Krishna doesn't seem to want to, sure.
I'll read
says,
it.
Okay, you read it? No, Krishna reads it then. I'll hand it over.
It says, Belmore, meet at the Violet Lizard. Captain Wilter got another, wait, is that her name? Oh, Captain of the Wilter took another mineral shipment, to South Crest. If we want Eek to be successful, Bleak's gotta move faster.
I'm gonna reward Gristle by getting another piece of bread out.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, kids.
You're fine. That's why I do the warning at the start of every session. Curse to your heart's content.
so you want to share the content?
Yeah.
You are establishing a dangerous precedent by feeding Gristle every time they do something that you approve of.
Well,
We have plenty of bread at the moment.
yeah.
At the
Plenty
moment.
of food.
Have left.
Well, plenty of food. Period.
I think we're almost out of bread.
So, who was it that you guys were talking to again on the ship?
The scary lady from the Ivy Wilter?
Yeah.
Yeah, Inamin. Ina mean? Ina.
Yeah. Can you read the names off on the sheet of paper again?
It
Please,
says Belmore. We have to meet at the Violet Lizard. Captain of the Wilter took another mineral shipment from Farport to South Crest. If we want Eek to be successful, Bleak needs to move faster.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, Black needs to move faster.
Oh.
Oh,
These sound like goblin names.
Yeah. And you're I'm going to just show them the paper.
Do you know what
No.
Belmore is referring to?
A place, as far as I'm aware.
Do you know where the Violet Lizard
Belmore Perna
is? Wait, wasn't that your dad?
is Kristina's father.
Yeah.
I didn't think I wrote a history. I just went preemptive.
Hey,
Do
you
know your
gave me
dad?
these names. Man.
I know.
You shouldn't have to roll a history check to remember your father's name. Come on.
I'm not making you roll for that. You know Belmore.
I realized right after I asked it, like, wait.
Yeah. In all-
Even Gristle's like, wait, wasn't that your dad's name?
How is his name relevant to me? Okay. Do you know where the Violet Lizard is?
That's what I was rolling the history check for.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, that's where the history check is?
Yeah.
Or that's what the history check is for?
God, you think I'm that stupid? I forgot my father.
I do it sometimes.
Father's name. I can't believe I forgot my own father's name.
He's only been gone a week, man.
No.
Moment.
No, you don't know where this place is. You have never been there before, Krishna. However, something does pop into your mind. You did pass a tavern near Ina's trade bazaar, Inaman's trade bazaar, with a dancing purple lizard on the sign.
Lizards can dance.
Apparently.
It's squiggly
Purple.
like the Sobe signal.
Okay.
A logo. A little squiggly lizard.
Well, you might want to. Maybe we can
have-
check that out tomorrow.
You have an idea. You did not
Yeah.
roll high enough, but you guys were lucky enough to be in the region of it tonight.
So pure luck is okay.
Well, we can go check out there tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah, but I have some clues as to where your father disappeared to.
Mm-hmm.
One can hope. Or it might just lead us to our own doom.
You're very negative.
I fear the Ruby Shadow is involved, okay? They want to make you disappear. They'll make you disappear.
That sounds like you're afraid, and that's stupid. Not really out of character. I mean, like, yeah, be afraid, but
Yeah. Like,
Well, do you want to get your father back?
guess we'll have to go through them.
yeah, do you not want to know? We can go.
No, we have to. I can't survive my mother's cooking.
Oh my god, that's the inspiration.
It's so bad.
No! How do you think I survived this damn long?
Okay, next time we're here, if we get it again, I want to purify it. The first level spell slot.
Why do you think I have it as a... Wait, do I have it as a first level spell slot?
I feel like I should try and gain proficiency in culinary tools just for this purpose.
I know!
Like, Gristle's never eaten cooked food before, and even they know this is bad. So, like, we need to solve this.
I like how we went from missing father just to... Look at this woman's
Maybe
cooking.
bad food.
It's just one of many on the quest log. It's fine.
Yeah. I love this.
Okay, you guys want to check out the lizard in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to do anything else tonight?
How much more are you rummaging through?
You're asking me as though I'm. Let's stop this. Gristle's gonna pass out.
I was going to ask, to what rooms do you go into next?
No. There's no subterfuge here.
No, I was going to say...
stuffs her face with food, rummages through doors, then just instantly falls face first into the ground.
No, to the box.
That's accurate.
Refuses to elaborate.
Well,
all right. Does
there
anyone
goes
want to
that
do
being into
anything
my
else
mother's room.
tonight before we move forward?
I think we're good.
Okay, we're good.
We are moving a little bit slow tonight, which is perfectly fine. I love you guys having fun and moving at your own pace, so we will probably not finish this next RP tonight, but we will start it regardless. Rising in the morning, everybody is able to rest, relax, stretch. It is a brand new day with brand new opportunities where hopefully
I feel like
those
I have
pirate
to be the
ships
one to
don't
make the
attack people.
breakfast for some reason after a horrible last night.
Oh, nope, I don't like that. I'm sorry.
No, she said we can leave and get breakfast in the bazaar. I don't think she's cooking.
Yeah, no. Let's get out of here before we have to do that.
I don't think we're welcome.
Yeah,
No, you are welcome.
I'm gonna go find a bug to eat outside. I'll be good.
Do I see this? I was just like,
if everybody is up and fast enough and
don't-
hustled out of the door, you guys will beat Amelia awake.
no, it was Krishna who was going to start cooking.
Okay, yeah. Krishna, you can get yourself a meal and catch up with your friends a little bit. Everybody is out before your mom stirs. Moving on your way back towards Enemin's Bazaar, the city has definitely had a night of somber celebration, I guess, which is almost a contradicting, thing where you'd expect the streets to be littered, with, you know, the aftermath bottles and revelers passed out in street corners or not. It's a different affair today. There's almost a tension to the air. Most of these streets are clean. And most people seem to be up and moving in pairs or trios, moving down the streets. Getting to Enemin's,
This is Krishna. Upon seeing this, Krishna's going to say, "This is not good."
getting to Enemin's Bazaar, a lot of carts, wagons, merchants are setting up for the day, pulling in and unloading their wares. It is back to its normal functions as different tents and stands are being set up. Looking up and down this street, you guys do notice the tavern. It is shoved right between some buildings before you get to the bazaar. It is the Violet Lizard, a good number of people are moving in and out of it, and there is the sound of drums and patrons rallying for breakfast and the start of their day.
I walk in through the front door.
Okay. Gristle, you are able to walk in through the door. Each time you walk in, this is one of those like regional places that this is for the people over in this neighborhood. There's definitely that moment where you walk in and everybody turns and looks at you. You know, they size you up or down. You know, this isn't really like a public space where, you know, it's not like a McDonald's. This is like a family restaurant where they know every single patron coming
It's
in.
an Applebee's.
The TGI Fridays, guys, come on.
Yeah. There's
No, it's
that,
a Jenny.
There's that long stare as everybody here is expecting, you know, a different person, and their glances all return to the different things that they're doing around the tavern. This is not a very like high quality place. Of course, it's just outside of Enamin's neighborhood, so it is above average in terms of what you find in terms of quality. But otherwise, yeah, these are all of the outcasts and stragglers of the outcasts and stragglers that Enamin has rounded in, where, you know, you had high quality vampires and demons last night in the middle of the bazaar enjoying the party and, you know, her kindness. These are the people on the edge of that. The ones who don't make it to the inner circle. Everybody is armed. Everybody is talking to one another. There are tieflings, shattered individuals, demons, all scattered throughout here.
It's a cool place. Is there a table? And does anybody stop me from claiming a table?
Real quick, like, do you as a character understand the concept of like you get to the table and then they bring food to it? Like, have you been in a place like this before?
That is actually a very fair question. I am just okay. So yeah, no. Let's back it up. Gristle walks in through the front door, realizes that maybe they're the only one who walked through, and then turn around and be like, "Are we going in here? What's going on? Come on!"
Gristle,
Yeah.
as you turn around and you look at the party, you know, coming in through the door, there is somebody who walks by with one of the most delicious smelling platters of roasted something behind you that she takes to a table.
Okay, that's super tempting, but we do have a job right now. I mean, I will make a check for this if you want me to.
No, you're fine.
Okay. I've eaten like 20 times more than I think Grizzly usually gets, so I think like food is not necessarily the strongest motivator at the moment.
You sure about that?
There's also a tummy ache from last night.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, how are you surviving?
Who? Grizzle?
Yeah.
They have very low standards for what food is.
Fair.
Like a college student.
I mean, like, look, bugs is
That's a
protein. I don't know what you want me to
college
say.
As a college student currently. Okay, fair enough.
I mean, out of character. I am trying to move us forward a teeny tiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we all walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's staring at us because we're a bunch of weirdos who just walked in the front door.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
like
but they're all weird too. It's fine.
That's true.
I'm like the only normal person.
Jim Jones being
Okay.
so average looking puts Jim Jones as the outsider here.
That's the thing. Yeah, if you look too normal, you just are the weirdest person in the room.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna grab a table. We'll send Jim to go to go ask for information.
No, I think this is like one of those places where it's like you take a seat and then the waitress comes over or something.
Is it? It sounds kind of divey. I mean,
You guys can sit down at a table. You'll find it's hard to find any corner here that is quiet. Every place you sit, there's somebody on either side of you. That said, you can sit at a table and wait to be served. Looking towards the serving staff, the woman behind the bar glares in your general direction.
Promising. I think we should get a table in the middle of the room.
okay, let's do it.
I'm just gonna walk up and sit the first table I see.
They're already staring at us anyway. Like, who cares?
There is, at the first table you see, there is a entertainer reciting poetry and a demonic looking man dealing cards at the table, talking to everybody sitting there under his breath as the bard recites poetry. I'm just generally going to go with the bard. If you guys want to hear what the guy's saying, you are welcome to try and listen in. The person literally yelling poetry in the center of the bar says, "The High Judge splits the skies. He calls upon each of the onlooking eyes to raise thy cries to the up high."
This guy's really good. Very confident.
Okay. So are they still doing poetry?
Yeah. He shouts
I'm not asking
rhymes you have heard. It is Gendenthal poetry. Some of the world's worst poetry among any religion.
All right, I am intrigued by the guy playing cards. I would like to eavesdrop, if at all possible.
Okay. You sit at the table. He is going to throw you 4 cards. And he pauses as you guys. Well, give me a perception check for getting to the table. And then.
8.
Okay, yeah. He is muttering under or on a low tone as you sit down. He changes his sentiment and says, "Alas, you know how to play charms and curses?" He throws 4 cards towards you.
I don't mind learning.
And it says, "Good on you. You gotta pay the priest. 1 coin in the middle."
Yeah, okay. I got a silver in the middle.
The hand you were dealt. I can get you these cards next session because I actually have this deck built. I just dealt it in front of me. You have 3 blue cards and 1 red card. You cannot read. There are words on them.
Are the words in common?
Yes.
Then these mean nothing to me. I do know what colors are, but common, no.
After a moment of dealing out all the cards to everybody, he's going to say, "Goal of the game is to guess who's is to predict who's going to be the most cursed. You got a curse, you want to hand it to whoever you're guessing's going to have the curses. You got a blue card, you can stop yourself from getting curses. Charms and curses. Charms are good, curses are bad.
Okay, charm's good, curse is bad. Think I got it.
He says, good. I actually don't know this person's name. I'm sorry. I think Inothy is going to be the most cursed bloke here. A couple people at the table are going to say, aye, yep, Inothy. Inothy says, I think it's going to be the new girl. She's a child. She doesn't know how to play.
Okay, not a child, not a girl. I think it's going to be Inothy too.
And he's gonna say, blah! And the man's going to say, all right, everybody, pass your cards. Everybody is going to hand a card to the right.
Okay.
You want to hand one of your blue cards or one of your red cards to the right?
I'm going to hand one
is
of...
not sitting to your right.
I'm going to hand one of the red cards.
Okay. And I'll draw you another card. Fair enough. You get another red card handed to you.
Okay.
And the man is going to call again. I still think it's Inothy. Another person is going to say, I'll see it's still Inothy too. He throws a coin in the middle.
Who's the person sitting to my right? I think it's going to be that person.
He is a rather nervous looking fella. Looks to be a half-elf. He is agreeing with the guy dealing the cards.
I think it's going to be this guy.
He says, I'm going with Inothy. I'm going with Inothy's bet. And he points to Gristle and says, I think it's them. At which point the person calling the table is going to say, pass a card. You can pick anyone you want as they pass it across the table.
I will pass. I mean, so it's not just clockwise. It's
no. This one is whoever you want.
Okay. I'll just hand the red card to the person to my right again.
Okay. Two people are going to hand you a card.
Okay.
And you don't know what your blue cards do. Unfortunately, you flip over your cards, and Inothy flips over his cards, and Inothy has a handful of red cards, and he is going to shake his head and say, bastards, it's you all next. Everybody who bet on Inothy is going to take a share of the pot. Gristle, since everybody bet on the same person, unfortunately it's a very small amount you get. You get 3 coins out of the center.
Okay. I mean, I'll take 3 coins.
He's going to get ready and say, what brings you to the lizard, as he deals another hand of cards.
Yeah, we found a piece of paper that had the place's name on it and came here.
He's going to shake his head and say, my name's Zowski. I run things around here. I keep an eye out to the street around here. I never seen you around this part. You run with Inamin, though, right? One of the people at the table is gonna say, oh yeah, I saw them last night with all the merchants. Whining and dining.
Real quick, can I quickly nudge Jim to just go stand behind Gristle's like intimidation? Just general like.
Maybe read the cards for me, please.
Yeah, maybe.
You have red and blue cards in your hand.
I'm gonna send Jim over to help with Gristle.
And you know what? Krishna is going to join in too, because why not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna chill with the bard.
Yeah. No, we won some invites to go to like a dinner on her ship, but then the ship sank, so we decided to go and see if she still had dinner for us at her place.
Zowski is going to say, I'll tell you what, not good to be friends with Inamin around here. She'll stab you in the back and take what she can. Greed demon she is. If she sees it, she wants it, and she takes it.
What does she want?
They're all going to laugh at the table and say, that's
I'm
the
just
thing
gonna look
about
at
the
like
greed
you.
ones. Everything they can get their claws on. Raster gave this district to those summoned by the Gindenthal clerics, but not beholden to them. She took it for herself. Bunch of fancy maneuvering and talking. Now she has a palace right in the center of it.
Or killing.
I'm going to assume, Gris, that you try and follow everybody's lead on who to pass cards to.
No. I hand one of my blue cards to the person to my immediate left.
Okay. You're trying to upset the order.
I am handing people cards.
You hand somebody a blue card, you get a red card. Again, you don't know the rules of this game. Jim, if you're looking over Gris's shoulder, what's your...
Yeah, look over.
13 passive perception. She has a undead curse in her hand, a shadow curse in her hand, a wolf's curse in her hand, and a moon charm in her hand. Do you have a tool proficiency for playing cards?
Yeah.
Okay, you would be aware she could use her moon charm and pass away a curse if she wanted to. It would be very good to get rid of literally any of these curses. Otherwise, they're going to lose.
Because we should get rid of these. I point to the cursor.
Okay. Chris,
Okay.
Do you take Jim's advice? Okay. On the next handing phase, or actually,
Jim-
when you get,
Jim's just got a trustworthy face. I'll trust Jim.
yeah, when you get the card, you use your charm. You only have 2 cards in your hand. Everybody is going to turn and look towards Gris on the next turn and say, it's going to be her. Or, I'm sorry, I keep gendering your character, my bad. It's going to be them.
That's okay.
And everybody is going to pass you a card this time.
Well, that's rude.
I
guess I'll pass a red card to Imothy.
Okay. You have every curse in the game.
I win!
Well,
Is there a shoot the moon?
there is a shoot the moon option in this game if Gris knew the rules. I will say that Jim knows the rules. Jim, if you want to suggest that Gris votes on themselves, they could try and win this pot.
Yeah, that.
I vote for me.
All right. Yeah, at the end, it is a draw of a hand. Everybody has voted for you. You have voted for yourself. At the end of the game, you have the most curses. Everybody takes their winnings out of the pot. Zowski is gonna say, dud hand. Cleric or the priest's price goes up. Everybody throws 2 coins into the middle this time.
Jim, I feel like I should be honest. I don't know how to read Do you want to try and step in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Quick, tap out.
I tap out.
Zowski is going to say, I'll tell you what, if you were there in Enamon's circle last night, she's probably grooming you to be one of her trophies. I can tell you who she stabbed in the back. Or I can tell you who she stabbed in the back last to get that fancy ship of hers that was sunk last night. But you gotta beat me in a hand first.
Right.
You got this, Jim.
Alright, we'll pick up here next session, and I will put the deck inside of Roll20. And Jim, I will post the rules for this game in your chat, because it is a game I made for the players within this region of the world. You don't have to read it. You can be bad at it, and understand that is Jim Jones's proficiency at this game. So good luck next time.
But clearly, Jim, you don't even need to be able to read to play this game, so it can't be that hard.
Yeah.
It is Ilderon poker. It is very fun, and players have enjoyed it before. The one thing that breaks this game is psionic characters that can read other players' minds. You know, you don't think about poker when you have detect bots at the table.
I assume Leah and I are just kind of chilling, listen to the bard for next time.
You could ask somebody to deal you guys in. There's enough cards for everyone.
I'm okay, but we'll leave the option open for Leah next time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We will end there for tonight.
I'm card gamed out.
Yeah, we landed a little bit short of the stuff I had planned tonight, which is perfectly fine because it makes my prep work for next session much easier. Information, milestone, one, Krishna's father is missing, and other people who were trying to get a jump start on being first in line to mine these diamonds are also missing in town. The Goblin Guild was everybody's
Favorite.
assumed would win the contract, and it was very shocking that they were sunk to the bottom of the bay. That said, you guys did get the captain's name accidentally. You can infer it. Captain Black is
Black.
the captain of the Eglinblick. And hold on, she has it spelled wrong on here. I'm gonna chide my intern next session. Here we go. It is Eglinblick. Yes, Captain Black was the captain, and Eek was somebody that he was helping out. Other than that, was there anything else you guys learned tonight?
What our characters are doing in...
Oh yeah, you guys met up and kind of learned a little bit about each other. I think I'm just gonna keep you guys with the one milestone for tonight. You're level 2, so you get another milestone. You get 2 milestones, and that will level you up to 3 next session.
Although
So I'm going to end the broadcast there, and we will be back on the 21st of August. If anybody needs me to reschedule, just post it in your group chat. All right. Thank you, everybody, watching, and enjoy your night. Bye.